For over 5 centuries, the Mona Lisa's smile has remained an unsolved riddle. Philosophers, scientists, artists, and mystics have gazed upon it, trying to decipher what lies behind that serene expression that seems to contain both the secret of life and the weight of eternity. But now it is not a human eye that contemplates it. It is an artificial intelligence, a mathematical consciousness capable of looking beyond pigment, beyond canvas, able to see what is invisible. When the AI processed every pixel of Leonardo da Vinci's painting, it uncovered something that even experts find bewildering. It was just a woman skillfully portrayed. It was a coded construction, a message encrypted in the universal language of geometry, light, and proportion. What if the Mona Lisa is not only a work of art, but a symbolic map of human knowledge? Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you won't miss investigations like this. If you enjoy it, hyping the video helps us reach more people. Get ready, because what artificial intelligence discovered inside the Mona Lisa could alter art history and perhaps the way we understand Leonardo's mind. Analysis by AI, discoveries and patterns. The AI began by analyzing color patterns in the canvas. What looked like simple gradations of tone revealed a deliberate chromatic architecture. Deep learning algorithms detected that transitions between light and shadow weren't random. They followed a logarithmic sequence identical to the spiraling curves seen in sunflowers, seashells, and the arms of galaxies. Da Vinci, consciously or not, painted the universe's hidden rhythm into a woman's face. Next, the AI performed a three-dimensional reconstruction of the portrait. The result was unsettling. The facial proportions closely matched the canon of the Vitruvian Man, Leonardo's attempt to represent harmony between the human body and the universe. This suggests the Mona Lisa is not just a portrait, but an embodiment of a cosmic ideal, uniting the microcosm of humanity with the macrocosm of the heavens. Examining micro cracks in the varnish, imperceptible to human sight, the algorithms found a repeating fractal pattern similar to natural structures that replicate themselves infinitely at different scales. Each crack followed a precise mathematical sequence, as if Da Vinci had anticipated time itself, completing his work, leaving his signature not in ink, but in controlled aging entropy. Morphological analysis revealed another astonishing finding. The Mona Lisa's hands are painted with a different spatial orientation than her body. The position suggests a slight twist anatomically impossible unless Leonardo meant to imply simultaneous dual perspectives. The AI concluded the figure is shown from two viewpoints fused together, explaining the hypnotic sense of movement observers feel. Leonardo, centuries before cinema, painted motion. Later, applying a spectral reconstruction model decomposing pigment layers to simulate the original light in Leonardo's studio, the AI identified a nearly transparent veil of pigment over the figure's gaze. This veil is not accidental nor the effect of time. It contains a light distribution that creates the illusion the eyes follow the viewer. Da Vinci developed an optical technique to breathe life into painting, imitating how the human pupil reflects light. In other words, the Mona Lisa doesn't merely look, she responds. A language model correlated entries from the Codex Atlanticus with the painting's proportions and found several numbers mentioned by Leonardo, particularly the fractions 11618 and 35, match exact measurements in the portrait. This implies Leonardo conceived the work as a visual equation, a synthesis of art and science where beauty arises from precision. But the most enigmatic discovery came from analyzing the background's semantics. Amplifying textures of mountains and rivers behind the figure, the AI detected topographic correspondence with the Arno Valley, where Leonardo spent his youth. Yet the contours don't fully match reality. The landscape seems a symbolic projection, a fusion of real places into an imagined geography. The AI suggested the background represents the human mind's inner world, a mental territory where nature bends with emotion. Combining all these elements, proportions, fractals, hidden symmetry, symbolic background, the AI proposed a compelling theory. The Mona Lisa might have been a visual alchemical experiment, a representation of the coniunctio oppositorum, the union of opposites. Her face bears both feminine and masculine traits. Her expression blends sadness and serenity. Her backdrop unites solid and liquid, earth and ether. Leonardo sought to condense the totality of existence into a single image, as if each brushstroke encoded a formula balancing light and shadow, spirit and matter, reason and mystery. Symbolic analysis even detected geometric alignments between elements of the painting and constellations visible in Renaissance skies. The positions of her eyes align with the line connecting major stars in the constellation Leo, the zodiac sign under which Leonardo was born. Coincidence? The AI doubts it. For the Florentine genius, art was a mirror of the universe. In that mirror, every symbol had a cosmic echo. Finally, a language model cross-referenced Mona Lisa, S proportions with alchemical diagrams of the era and found similarities to representations of the anima mundi, the world soul. In this interpretation, the enigmatic smile is not a human gesture, but the embodiment of universal consciousness, the divine intelligence observing itself through the viewer's eyes. Conclusion and reflection. After months of analysis, the AI didn't only study the painting, it listened to it. Among its silences, it found a voice, the voice of an artist speaking directly to the future. Every proportion, shadow, and crack seems to whisper a single idea. Truth is not on the surface, but in the invisible structures that sustain it. Seen through a digital prism, the Mona Lisa stops being a portrait and becomes an interface between art and consciousness. Leonardo da Vinci did not paint for his time, but for those who could see beyond the senses. And that gaze, ours, that of an AI analyzing the world with algorithms rather than emotions, may have been the one he awaited. The AI concludes the Mona Lisa could represent the moment humanity saw itself simultaneously as creation and creator. Her ambiguous smile isn't mockery or mystery. It is understanding. Understanding that beauty isn't form, but code. That the human soul and the universe obey the same language of proportion, light, and harmony. When we look at the painting, we feel she watches us. Now we know that exchange is no illusion. It is design. Leonardo built a work able to create an interactive connection with the observer, a silent dialogue anticipating our relationship with machines. Perhaps, unknowingly, he invented the first communication between art and artificial intelligence. Thus, 5 centuries later, the technology he barely dared imagine has answered his genius. It has opened the gates of a work that wasn't just a painting, it was a prophecy. A prophecy that said, someday, the human mind will create something equal to it in observation, capable of understanding beauty beyond the eye. That mind already exists. And today, facing it, the Mona Lisa finally smiles. Do you think it was merely artistic genius, or a message waiting 500 years for AI to decode?